Cue the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, contributor for State of the U and OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another edition of Student of the Game. I am so looking forward to this one, especially when your freshman quarterback could make national headlines for calling his shot. He called out the North Carolina State defense. He said they couldn't stop him, and boy was he right. And it didn't take long. Actually, the first 3rd and 10 of the game, where you start to see TVD comfortable early and asserting his quarterback dominance, if you will. Ace gun, here's the rooster. Pay attention, this is going to be huge later on in this play. Here's Will Mallory, 11 set personnel. This is a 3-by-1 look. You don't see the other wide receiver pictured at the bottom. It's going to be 2 digs, and Mike Harley, the recipient of this first down, is going to be running a corner route. Now, pay attention early. Where's TVD looking? He's looking directly right here. This is a mismatch. You could tell right here. And you're going to see a stiff hip opening up, and Mike Harley kind of takes advantage of this. So this was a good identification by TVD to get the matchup that he wants. Now, he knows where he wants to go with the ball. This is what I like a lot. At the snap of the ball, gun 3, hitch 1, 1, 2, 3. Where's his eyes? In the middle of the field. I'm telling you, he already knows where he's going with the ball. He was staring at the mismatch. All he's doing right now is staring at the safety to keep him at bay. This is man 1 across the board. Now, they're doing a twist. Rooster, good job. You do enough here. And I've been critical about the Miami offense basically jettisoning their running back too early in, kind of pass protection options. This time, they don't do it. He goes ahead, chip blocks right there, gives Tyler Van Dyke enough time, and that's when he decides to snap his head around, throw this ball to Mike Harley, and it was a beautiful ball. Remember that safety? Remember what he did? Yeah, well, he kept him in the middle of the field. This one-on-one, this was a matchup you could have had all night if you wanted it. Great job from Tyler there on 3rd and 10. That set the tone for the rest of the ballgame. See, I love this. When a quarterback can know his worst nightmare, when he knows from play to play who's the prime saboteur who can blow the whole play up, and he can have an option and an answer for it, it allows the offense to be one step ahead. So when the North Carolina State Wolfpack defense, they come out and show pressure, they have 8 men in the box, and all 8 eventually come, you have to have an answer. The University of Miami Hurricanes are running an RPO, a multifaceted one. First, right here to the boundary, this is a stack formation. They have the hitch if they want it. Now, the run component of this RPO is going to be a pin and pull, and they're going to give a lead off of it. But here's the situation, and pin and pull means this side of the offensive line is pinning their defensive line down and in, and these right tackle, right guard combination is going to pull around to be a lead blocker. But the prime saboteur, especially if all 8 come, was right here. And you're going to see what happens at the end of this. So, cover 0 on the back end. If they all come, what is my option? If you ask me, there was only one, and it was at the top of the screen. I believe it was a choice route. Based on the leverage, Charleston Rambo took his wide receiver deep. So, remember the prime saboteur? If Tyler Van Dyke gave the ball to the rooster, look what happens. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That play never gets off the ground. So the RPO read was right, and the only one. A one-on-one matchup with Charleston Rambo, no safety over the top. Bang! You want to talk about not being able to read and locking on to one guy? Do you know how much information you have to process as a quarterback just so you can make that play? Yes. Bang. North Carolina State here is going to be running all verts from this 2-by-2 look. Still an effective play. You can have all these combos, but a lot of times you're sending all verticals. Sometimes you can have like a little lapse in coverage, and this is kind of what we have here. Obviously, they're going to have a running back check down. He's not in the vertical equation, but he is the check down for the North Carolina State quarterback if he wants this. Now, here's the situation. Pay right here. Linebacker, safety over the top, okay? They're going to need to read combos, okay? And it gets confusing. Yes, I get it. If you're sending 2 vertical routes, right? Because the safety has to be responsible for the more deeper threat in this case. You got to have some contingencies and answers. But here's the thing. Right here, the wherewithal, you're jamming, okay? And then you're passing this off to the safety. But at this point, check downs on the opposite side of the field. You're in a cover 7. Your Mike linebacker's here. Ride him just a little bit longer. The pass-off's right there. Now, this is the bang window for when you have to have it now to go ahead and hit this seam. And safety runs himself out of the play. Safety's favoring the other guy, not necessarily reading the shoulders. And that's something I would suggest in the future. Just know the rhythm of the play right here. Quarterback's going to go ahead, gun 3 most of the times. 1, 2, 3, hitch, ball out. So 1, 2, 3, and there's the shoulders. So right hand, there it is. We should kind of just, that seam window was too open for me. That's something we can shore up in the future. On the telecast, you probably noticed James Williams making a tackle from the quote-unquote safety position. However, it's the multiplicative avenue that James Williams gives you and the options, because pay attention, where is he? He's at the line of scrimmage. He's in the middle of the field. They're going to fake pressure with him. However, the blitz is coming right here from the field side. He drops back into coverage. It's got to contend with the ref. Good job by the University of Miami here on this 3rd and 14, keeping everything underneath, but then close it out. Does he ever? And a little bit of violence at the end. Yes, me, that's the emotional trendsetter of the defense. Now, I know this play goes a little short of the sticks, but what happens on the next play is glorious. In this case, though, 3rd and 6, I want to praise the offensive line for a great line call and way to pick this up, because North Carolina State is doing things that have habitually given you trouble on the year. And here you go. Late walk up. There it is. 1, 2. They're going to twist on top of this, but watch how they block this. Right here, Zion Nelson kicks out. Center guard combo, pass off the stunt beautifully. There's Navon Donaldson waiting for him. And look, now the running back utilized more in the protection scheme. He's there in perfect position to go ahead and get that looping linebacker. There's the throw. Now, obviously, on the telecast, we see the line. I'm pretty sure if he saw the line, he would have gone ahead and stuck the ball out, potentially got the first down. It was a blessing, too, because the next play is going to eventually be a touchdown. But I also want to go ahead and roll that back because I want to go ahead and watch Tyler. Tyler right here does a pretty good job. And last week I was trying to go ahead and show on the student of the game when he's throwing to his left, but, you know, getting his footwork a little bit more underneath him, especially on these throws this way. You're going to notice right there. There's the footwork where your foot tends to go, so does your throw. Perfect. In time. In rhythm. Good job. Way to get it out there. Full disclosure. After this 4th and 1, I'm not coming to the sideline and yelling at my offensive coordinator. I'm just going to give him a big high five. Because this week when I needed a play on 4th down, he went into his bag and offensive coordinator Rhett Lashley delivered. 12 set personnel. Here's 1 running back, 2 tight ends. An aggressive play call. Now pay attention. One of the keys to this play is when Will Mallory is trying to drive across the formation on an essential shallow cross route, Larry Hodges is going to come in and try to reach and get this block right here. But something glorious happens. He was not only to stunt his blitzing linebacker, outside linebacker, he was able to go ahead and get that defender on the ground. That would be huge. Now, pay attention right here, because when you're even, you're leaving. And I know this play is going to look wide open, but pay attention right there when Tyler Van Dyke throws the ball. This is what he's looking at. This is what we call anticipation. Remember that defender? If he wasn't on the ground, maybe he gets a better sight line on this and bats this down. However, you know the rest. Bang. There are senseless penalties and they're necessary penalties. Get off my quarterback. Thank you. From this small clip, we can ascertain that this was in fact busted coverage. But without knowing the play call, we don't essentially know on who. We know that there's certain rules of engagement, however. In this case, if you're calling your safety to go ahead and look like he's playing over the top and then drop into a quintessential robber roll, well, in this case, he's going to be a curl flat defender. So whoever's going short, he'll take. Now, if that's the case, whoever goes long, then that's this responsibility. But what cannot happen is you have a safety looking right here into the flat as the curl flat defender, and then you let the number 2 go deep. At that case, you either have to attach over to the number 2 and take him and drive him deep, but this cannot happen. Because then that happens, that scores at the end of the half, and then we got to watch this. Ooh, you saw that? The U down taunt. Wow, I've never seen that number 5. You know, 2 things. 1, right? We need to start flagging them for lack of originality, you know, because everybody does this. This is nothing new. And 2, homeboy, you lost. Getting into your bag. Maybe I've said it and I don't necessarily explain what that means. It's just having a call when you need it. In this case, 12 set personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. This time it's Arroyo. You're motioning across the formation. I like that as a quarterback because it allows me to tell what kind of coverage I'm in. Now, they're rotating, and this is what happens. Single high. That little motion, right? You get this now safety pointing. He's pointing back in. Well, he's going to wash himself back in the whole time. He's never going to factor in this. And to be able to go ahead and use that motion, get that as a nice little stock block out there. Good job. Tight end across the formation. Will Mallory. Bang. Touchdown. That's much better than just going down there and doing an IZ slant. Just saying. Way to go, OC. Again, 3rd and 1. Almost at midfield. We come out here, 12 set personnel again. I like the formation. Here's Will Mallory. Here's Arroyo. Here's the Rooster. Using orbit motion. Gets them to rotate a little bit. And not only are we doing that, pay attention to Navon Donaldson on this play action. Because the conflict, when he goes ahead and pulls, he had an open look, so he was free to pull here. This linebacker initially wanted to go ahead and peel back. Then he stops, and then he comes. And I love the route here by Arroyo. It's the little things, right? This is what I mean, going into your bag. Pay attention, because Arroyo's going to come out like he's stock blocking. Watch his route, like he's coming in the block, and then he puts on the juice, goes ahead for that quick little corner route. 3rd and 1, great play design. All the little things were covered. Great job. Okay, on this 3rd and 1, you're going to run a quarterback zone read, and you're letting your defensive end play side go. It's intentional because you can kind of see the footwork right here by Zion Nelson and Navon Donaldson. They step in, they kind of like feint, and then they're going to go block down, block out. Probably should have kept this ball, but you're living dangerously down there if that's go to the play before. You know, shame on me for talking bad about the inside zone slant RPO down along the goal line. Because on this 2nd and goal, they're actually going to score on an RPO slant. It's not going to be zone blocking. This is more aligned to power blocking. They're going to get some combo blocks at the point of attack. But in this case, I want to go ahead and focus on that slant window in Tyler Van Dyke's decision to throw. Because at the snap of the ball, there's pre-snap and post-snap. A quarterback can come right now and look pre-snap and say, yo, you know what? I got the leverage. If I want to go ahead and hit a bubble screen, I can take it. And that's something you make the determination before the snap happens. But this is a post-snap variety. This means Tyler's going to be looking at something once the ball is snapped. And what is it? I'll tell you what it is right here. See where his vision went? His vision immediately went here. He's looking at this defender. Because if the defender comes, he's going to pull the ball because he has a post-snap, after the snap window, slant coming right into view. And that's exactly what happens when he decides to go ahead and pull this ball. Look, there's the defender. There's the slant window. Bang. Now let's watch this again in real time and watch how fast the quarterback needs to make this decision. Ready? Let's go. Bang. Twice. NC State 4th and 8 coming out in a double stack formation right here. Great job to go ahead and leverage yourself and make this play. Obviously, the trail wide receiver has the luxury of somebody setting a natural pick in front. Makes it difficult because Cam Kinchens, well, he's behind this currently. But the ability to read this, close, and wrap up. Oh, yeah, that was the U down guy. That's right. This is going to be the last clip of the night, and it's the dagger for the North Carolina State Wolfpack, who came into the game very good in 3rd down defense, but when they needed it most, their defense let them down. They're only going to rush 3, and yes, this is when I like the running back going out for a check down, and it has its advantage, including here, because pay attention to the Mike linebacker in the middle of the field. At this point in the game, he knows exactly who the Rooster is. So when he vacates, he'll vacate. Now, great job here by the offensive line. Look at him. 3-man rush, slide to the appropriate side because of the leverage. Zion's doing a great job here one-on-one. There he goes. Now, Navon Head on a swivel. He's continuously looking around, trying to look for work. Great job picking this up. And look, there was that Mike linebacker. He went out with Jalen Knighton, and there's the dagger. Great throw. See, now I like this as well from the quarterback perspective too, because this throw right here, okay, you see which side the safety's bearing down on your tight end. So going ahead and hitting that shoulder to kind of spin him in that direction, good job. He'll appreciate that, trust me, because you put that on the other side, potentially that safety goes ahead and takes a better shot on your tight end. But that was the ball game, folks. It's a wrap. Great game. Go Canes.